Hi, I'm Joe Twombly. I started surfing in Cocoa Beach in 1963. We were a military family, and I get the question quite a few times, how did you start surfing in Cocoa Beach? And people say, well, where are you from? I was born in Tokyo, Japan in 1950, and being a military family, we traveled all over the world. My sister Betsy, who won quite a few contests in the Cocoa Beach area, I followed her basically. She's 3 years older than me, so I watched her, and she was surfing with Bruce Felucci and Gary Proper, and of course they were big names back then. So I watched them, and then I went out to the old Holiday Inn in Cocoa Beach one day, and they let me try the surfboard, and I went out on my first wave. I was lucky. They put me on the board, and I rode it all the way in. It was all, mostly soup, but I rode it to the beach, and I was hooked. And that was in 1963. I remember, of course, Gary Proper, Claudia Codgens, and they were a little bit of a reach for me to even surf with or talk to. So I surfed with like Buzzy Foyer, Randy Franklin, John Hardos, some of my other friends, Richard Dwyer, guys that were just in the hood there, guys that we surfed with. And then I was lucky enough, by the time I was, I think 15, I was asked to be on the Surfboards Hawaii team that Dick Catri had put together, and that's when I got to know Bruce and Mike and Claudia and Fletcher and the whole gang. It really started to gel then. You had the Pat O'Hare team, you had 3 or 4 teams around there, but the Surfboards Hawaii team that Catri put together, we started traveling in 1966 is when we really started hitting the road, and we went all the way to Miami. We would put on exhibitions down there and surf, and then we would go all the way to Newport, Rhode Island, with about 5 or 6 contests in between. And the propensity of Dick was to be somewhat like a football or basketball team in high school, because we would actually go out and practice. And people didn't realize that. We would practice in Melbourne Beach, we would practice at the pier, we would practice our different venues, at different times of the day, even pretending like the heat was in the morning, the heat was in the evening. It was, that's how we picked up a lot of our skills, was from Dick Catri.